Ah, the 90s, a decade of unforgettable TV shows that shaped our childhood and left an indelible impact on our culture. So let's dive in, shall we? Picture this, it's the mid-90s. You're lounging on your couch, the remote in your hand, and the only decision you need to make is which of your favorite shows to tune into. First up, Friends. Premiering in 1994, this show became an instant sensation. It was more than just a sitcom about six friends navigating their way through life in New York City. It was a phenomenon that introduced us to the concept of being on a break, Central Perk, and of course, the Rachel. Even today, it's impossible to escape the charm of Ross, Rachel, Monica, Chandler, Joey, and Phoebe. Then there was The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Debuting in 1990, it gave us a catchy theme song that we all can still rap to this day and introduced us to the charismatic Will Smith. It was a show that blended comedy with some real societal issues, making it a beloved staple in many homes. Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, starting in 1997, was a game-changer. It gave us a strong female lead in a supernatural world, breaking the mold of the damsel in distress. Buffy was a hero, a symbol of female empowerment that resonated with many viewers. And who can forget The X-Files, launched in 1993? It opened our minds to the possibilities of the supernatural and extraterrestrial, with the iconic duo Mulder and Scully leading the way. It was a show that thrived on mystery, suspense, and the unexplained, making it an instant classic. These shows weren't just fleeting moments of entertainment, they were cultural touchstones that have withstood the test of time. Their influence can still be seen in television today, from the sitcom format to supernatural dramas. They sparked conversations, challenged norms, and captured our imaginations. These shows were more than just entertainment. They were an integral part of our lives, defining the zeitgeist of the 90s. And who could forget the unexpected stars of the 90s, the dinosaurs? Yes, those prehistoric beasts that roamed our planet millions of years ago somehow found their way into our living rooms, and we loved it. You see, the 90s was a time when television was evolving, and dinosaurs were more than just a part of that evolution. They were the catalyst. With their larger-than-life personas, they added an element of excitement and intrigue that was hard to ignore. Take the TV show Dinosaurs, for instance. Who can forget Earl Sinclair and his quirky family? The show was a cultural phenomenon. It was innovative, it was hilarious, and it was different. It took the traditional sitcom format and flipped it on its head. Instead of humans, we had dinosaurs. Instead of modern suburbia, we had a prehistoric setting. And instead of typical family issues, we still had typical family issues, but they were tackled in such a way that was fresh and unique. Dinosaurs wasn't just a TV show, it was a statement. It showed us that television could be daring, that it could take risks and still be successful. It was a show that pushed boundaries, and the audience loved it. But the dinosaurs didn't just rule the sitcom world. They also made their mark in the realm of action and adventure. The influence of the Jurassic Park movie was undeniable. It showed us dinosaurs like we had never seen before, not as animated characters, but as terrifying, realistic predators. And it wasn't long before this influence seeped into the TV landscape. Shows like Primeval and Terra Nova followed, bringing dinosaurs to life in a way that was thrilling and captivating. From animated characters to terrifying predators, dinosaurs ruled the small screen in the 90s, captivating viewers of all ages. They were the unexpected stars, the game changers, and their legacy, well, it's still very much alive today. The evolution of TV shows in the 90s was nothing short of spectacular. As we delved deeper into the decade, shows began to shift from the episodic, sitcom-style format of the 80s. The 90s saw an increasing focus on complex narratives, character development, and high-quality production. The era became a playground for creative minds, allowing them to dream up stories that were more intricate, characters that were more nuanced, and worlds that were more immersive. Television series began to resemble lengthy movies, with continuous storylines that spanned entire seasons, even multiple seasons. Characters were no longer static caricatures, but evolving personas with depth and growth. They grappled with personal struggles, moral dilemmas, and the complexities of human relationships, adding a layer of realism that was relatable and engaging. Then came the elevation in production quality. The 90s saw a rise in the use of cinematic techniques, previously exclusive to the silver screen being utilized in television production. From sweeping landscape shots to detailed set designs, the visual aesthetics of TV shows underwent a significant transformation. This shift wasn't just about making things look good, it was about creating a more immersive viewing experience, one that could transport audiences into the world of the show. The influence of this evolution was not confined to the 90s. It paved the way for the golden age of television that was to follow in the 2000s and beyond. Shows like The Sopranos and The West Wing were direct descendants of this era, carrying forward the torch of narrative complexity and character development. But perhaps the most significant contribution of the 90s was the changing perception of television. No longer was it seen as a lesser medium compared to film. The 90s helped establish television as a legitimate platform for storytelling, one that could rival, and sometimes surpass, the cinematic experience. The 90s set the stage for the TV renaissance that was to come, pushing the boundaries of what was possible on the small screen. The impact of 90s TV goes far beyond nostalgia. This era was a golden period that left an indelible mark on the landscape of television, and its reverberations are still felt today. In the 90s, television was more than just a box in the living room. It was a cultural hub, a conversation starter, a window into new worlds and experiences. The shows from this era did more than entertain. They sparked dialogue, broke barriers, and set trends that are still visible in today's television landscape. Consider how 90s TV has influenced modern series. The sitcoms of the era, with their ensemble casts and mix of humor and heart, laid the groundwork for many of today's hit shows. The innovative storytelling techniques, from nonlinear timelines to the use of flashbacks and voiceovers, are still employed by writers and directors today. And let's not forget the impact on pop culture. The catchphrases, the iconic fashion, the unforgettable characters, all of these elements have permeated our culture in ways that go far beyond the small screen. They've become part of our collective memory, ingrained in our cultural DNA. The influence of 90s TV is also evident in the continued popularity of these shows on streaming platforms. Classics like Friends, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and The X-Files have found new audiences decades after their original airings, proving that the charm and appeal of these shows are not confined to a specific era. These shows aren't just surviving, they're thriving. They're being rediscovered by new generations and rewatched by those who grew up with them, cementing their status as timeless classics. They've become a comfort, a touchstone, a piece of shared history that links us all together. The 90s were a transformative time for television, a period of unparalleled creativity and innovation. The shows from this era pushed boundaries, challenged conventions, and left an enduring legacy that continues to shape the medium. Decades later, the legacy of 90s TV endures, proving that good stories truly are timeless. As we wrap up our journey through the 90s, it's clear how much this decade shaped our TV landscape. From the rise of cult classics to the advent of shows that pushed boundaries, the 90s was a defining era in television history. In our exploration, we revisited the time when dinosaurs were not just confined to the realm of paleontology, but were in fact the stars of the screen. Who could forget the Sinclair family and dinosaurs, or the thrill of Jurassic Park's cinematic magic? These prehistoric creatures captivated audiences of all ages, bringing us together in shared fascination and fear. We also touched upon the evolution of TV shows throughout the decade. The 90s was a time of experimentation and innovation, giving birth to new genres and formats. Dramas became more complex, comedies more diverse, and reality TV made its first significant mark. Shows like Friends, The X-Files, and Survivor not only entertained us but also changed the way we viewed television. What made the 90s truly special was the undeniable impact of these shows. They didn't just pass time, they influenced our culture, our conversations, and even our values. They gave us catchphrases, fashion trends, and unforgettable characters. And most importantly, they created communities, bringing people together in a way that was previously unimaginable. This was a time when television became more than just a box in the living room. It became a cultural phenomenon, a common language, a shared experience. And the effects of this revolution are still felt today, as we continue to enjoy reruns, spin-offs, and reboots of our favorite 90s shows. The 90s may be over, but the TV shows it gave us continue to entertain, inspire, and remind us of a time when dinosaurs ruled the TV world and Friends could be found on every channel. Until next time, keep those remotes handy and the memories alive.